Okay. Good morning, Rudy. Are we going to start now, or are we waiting for someone in the group, or
Uh,
you're in mute?
Dr. Talbot, you're the host now. Can
Oh,
you?
I'm the host.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay. Great.
Rudy. Rudy, over to you now. You're mute. You're muted. Rudy, can you open your what?
All right, I'm here. Are we ready, Albert? Let's go ahead and get started. Those who come in late, let's go ahead, jump in, go ahead and record it, and let's get going. All right.
All
Go ahead,
right.
Albert.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone, and welcome again to our Zoom meeting for AFC Life Science. And my name is Albert. And I will be the one discussing the information about our products of Subarashi Utsukushhii Hickory. Okay, so as you can see, can you see the title? By the way, can you type number one if you can see the title, please? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Okay. So the synergistic benefit of SOP Subarashi 2.0, Utsukushhii, and Hickory. Okay, so let's start. These are the what do you call this? I've discussed this last meeting with you, the triple peptide, and it was converted, or they added the three additional peptide: the tuna heart peptide, salmon caviar peptide, salmon anserin peptide. Okay, why did they added the additional peptide? Because actually the Subarashi, the one that we previously had, the triple peptide, is already a very powerful functional food. I call this functional food because it's acting as in the body to trigger the healing process of the body. Okay, so they added this to booster, or to boost the peptide that's in our uh, the production of peptide inside the body. Okay, so these are supplied by conglomerates of suppliers. They have a membership, they have an organization that they can only supply within that organization. That's why, for example, the marine peptide, the salmon peptide, of salmon ovary peptide, is actually a standalone product, and was given to us, or as part of the AFC Subarashi 2.0. And also with the sardine peptide, fruit flow, the tuna peptide, salmon caviar peptide, and salmon anserin peptide. Okay, so just to recap what we have talked about last time, it's a bioactive protein fragments, and the heart tuna is actually for heart health. It is a very potent anti-inflammatory. So in short, this can be helpful for pain management. Okay, and these kind of peptides. When you say peptide, these are broken down amino acids. Okay, the amino acid that is actually folded. Okay, and there are group of peptides, and this peptides is actually the one that is helping us in our everyday life in terms of our activities. Okay, so in short, the peptide here is folding in such a way, folding in such a way to benefit what is the necessary needed by the body. For example, we have problems in our joints, problems in our muscle tissue. Okay, and as you are aware, okay, if not, this will be an information. Are you aware that there are 1.2 kilos of cells that has been destroyed every day? Okay, that's equivalent to 1.2 kilos of cells. And the only way to replenish that is number one, food. But food, for example, if you eat protein, it has a lot of attachment, and therefore some of the protein we can only absorb up to 30%. That's why we need to be supplementing this with a more potent, more powerful protein and amino acid. And this amino acid is actually broken down, okay? And the peptide is the one helping it, okay, helping it to trigger the production of the muscles, the productions of stem cells in our bone marrow, to produce necessary cells to recuperate from the loss of the 1.2 kilos that we are we are experiencing every day. So no one will be able to know if we're actually losing 1.2 kilos, but because it is actually replaced, okay, immediately replaced. So what happened here is the protein here is the one doing this, but the thing that they've used here is a tuna peptide, and there are myriads of uh, a specific peptide, okay, and it is actually helping us also. And one number one um, cause of disease, actually not number one of the causative um, effect of disease is oxidative stress that leads to inflammation. Okay, and it's also helping the heart, and it is distinct from omega-3 because omega-3 is the declogger of the arteries, and that's why it's this is a protein base, not a fatty acid base, and that's why this is very powerful. Also for uric acid management, okay, and this is used so to eliminate, okay, uric acid buildup. You will notice, but if you're going to urinate, there will be foams in your urine because some of the uric acid is being expelled from the body. Okay, the same thing with the skin. It's a protective property, and it's actually a super antioxidant. Okay, yeah, that is the salmon. What do you call it? Tuna heart peptide. Now we have the salmon caviar. It's anti-aging. It is a dehydration, okay, that rich in omega-3 and 6, okay, and actually this is a wrinkle buster, you call it like that, okay, preventing water loss in our skin, especially in the facial area, okay. Um, Kindly mute your microphone, please, and excuse me. If you have a question, please do ask it later at the end of the presentation. Okay, let's continue. You'll see here, okay, it's also anti-inflammatory, and it's pain management as well. Okay, and aside from that, we have the salmon answering. These are peptides in inside the fish because salmon is swimming nonstop. Okay, that's why. Excuse me. Let me just swimming nonstop. So to prevent any lactic acid buildup. Okay, it's actually the um, number one anti-fatigue in the body, okay, and it's also helping the brain, helping the memory, the cognitive, okay, the cognitive our cognitive ability because of improved cerebral blood flow, and it is also an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory properties, and other benefits is actually improving the kidney function. Okay, these are ancient food that has been now being discovered by the what do you call this? The AFC uh, family, the products of AFC, and that's why these are very important in our daily lives. Okay, so these are the benefits. Okay, that's the declogger there. There's a blood vessel, and actually, this is in excuse me, in relation to the Utsukushhii. Okay, this will be a powerful combination. Okay. The triple peptide now is a hexapeptide. The possible benefits here, okay, for the heart, blood vessel, pancreas, okay, the kidney cells, stem cell therapy, okay, the brain, the hair, the bones, the muscle, and joint, everything, okay. Why? Because these are the raw material for DNA repair. These are the protein that stimulates the enzyme for stem cell production. Okay, and these are targeted peptides for anti-inflammatory, targeted peptides for the heart. Okay, so there are 8 patents here. Cell regeneration effect, improved blood circulation, anti-hypertensive agent, prevent blood clotting, cell rejuvenation, anti-aging effect, composition of inhibiting liver function deterioration, and reducing the uric acid in our body. Okay, so these are also part of this is a liver detox um, function. So, if you're aware that the liver is actually do have 500 functions in the body, and somewhat if you have a fatty acid, what happened is that function dwindles down, the 500, and that's why we have some, some or some symptoms, or it will reflect in the body. Okay, this is also helpful. Okay, in terms of if someone is taking medication like their maintenance drugs. Okay, having this kind of um, help or supplementation protects the liver. Okay. Okay, there we go. Before we have 4. Okay, and now we have, there you go, 8. Cell rejuvenation, okay, anti-aging effect, composition of in liver function deterioration, and uric acid. There you go. Now, the ability of the body to absorb this to trigger a DNA repair, it starts in the intestine, okay, and actually it will go to your tissues, which is the villi will absorb. And the wonderful thing about our product is the product is below the molecular structure or molecular weight of 1,000 Dalton, below 1,000 Dalton. It means that based on research, it will penetrate inside the cell, it will diffuse inside the cell to feed the necessary organelle so that they will do its normal function and uphold their structure. That will be the benefit of this. And one of the benefit is actually taking care of what's inside the nucleus, which is the chromosomes. We have 23 from our mother and our father. Okay, so that's equivalent to 46. If that is 45, you will not survive. If that's 47, you have now a condition, genetic condition we call Down syndrome. Okay, in order for us to repair this, we need to open, okay, and we will see the DNA. The DNA is the fiber, the intricate fiber or the microscopic fiber of our body, and inside that we have the nucleotide. The Subarashi, okay, is nucleotides. They are the nucleotides there is actually very important. Why? Because in order to create one cell, you need to have 3.2 billion nucleotide to create one cell. That's why the Subarashi Utsukushhii is very important in our body. In our body, Subarashi is actually at the molecular level a food that actually penetrates the cell. And once we practice taking this, okay, we have its regimen, okay, and these are repair system that triggers enzymatically and replaces the what you call this excuse me, damage damage nucleotide. That's why we call it in the genetics, we call that nucleotide excision repair, because the nucleotide is replaced here. Okay. And then you will have a healthy chromosomes. All of the all of the damage there, some of the damage there is part of that chromosome, is BCRA1 for cancer, breast cancer, um, um, what do you call this, pancreatic cancer, melanoma. Okay. Another thing is damage in our chromosomes is the blood glucose and or the insulin level is spiking out, pre-diabetic or diabetes. Okay. And another thing, if we're gonna feed this with nucleotide, all of this will eventually do its job, because based on the studies, these are actually helping us to do repair inside the chromosomes. So if this is repaired, the nucleus is healthy, the cells are healthy, the tissues are healthy, and the heart and organ is as well as healthy. Okay. So in connection to the Subarashi, here is the Utsukushhii, and this is actually in a organ-based, okay, organ-based supplementation. Why? Because we need an extra help, an external or exogenous help that will actually help balance the all of the system in the body. Okay, not only the system but the organs like the skeletal system, the kidney, the bladder, the skin, the pancreas, liver, endocrine, so forth and so on. Okay, so Utsukushhii, you will see this. This is a very potent uh, help for Subarashi. And you will see this. We have also Pocoidin, a marine product here, a marine product that actually help us reverse the aging process. Okay. Number two, it triggers um, cells that are not needed anymore, and they are in self-destruction or apoptosis. Okay. Fish collagen is another thing here, and salmon DNA extract. These are DNA material for repair. Okay. We have Lactobacillus acidophilus, Bifidobacterium longum, and Lactococcus lactis. Okay. These are powerful um, um, microbiomes or healthy bacteria that is actually helping us in our everyday life. Aside from the DNA repair, we need to have a very healthy system, and that's why they created this. You will see also here the black garlic, the pineapple bromelain, the skin resveratrol, the kiwi fruit, and brown extract. These are powerful antioxidant. These are also prebiotic eaten by the bacteria, the good bacteria, and these are also what do you call this? A vasodilator. Okay, when you say vasodilator, it helps our blood pressure to modulate or go to a normal state. Okay, it is also a very powerful digestive food here. Okay, to help our digestive system okay, a healthy blood sugar levels, even eye and immunity or immune health. Okay. This is very powerful. Why? Because the lactobacillus acidophilus, okay, these are actually helping the blood, okay, and all of this, even the bifidobacterium longum, they are actually creating a substance, and that substance we call the short chain fatty acid, and that's helping the gut here. And the gut is actually producing certain amounts of what do you call this, certain amounts of vitamins. Example, the vitamin B complex. The vitamin B complex is one of the most important vitamins because it is actually involved in the production of energy. Okay, uh, we doctors call it the production of adenosine triphosphate. Okay, the energy, the main energy. Okay, and in the cycle we call the scrub cycle or citric acid cycle. All of the cycle needs the B3, the B5, the B6, the B1, the B2, the B7 and B9. All of this is actually necessary. Okay. Here in our end, I don't know in Malaysia. I know in the U.S. you can buy the B complex. However, it is more powerful if your gut is going to do it by producing a good bacteria or taking a probiotic or good bacteria. Okay. So the what happened here if there is production of this, even vitamin K is produced. The one that protects us from colon cancer is the short chain fatty acid, the butyrate, the acetate, the propionate, all of this. And another thing, there is another what do you call this, short chain fatty acid that can cause a very healthy blood pressure. Okay. Aside from the Subarashi, it has actually have the ability to give a very powerful what you call this, an anti-hypertensive effect in the body, because based on clinical study it's also an ACE inhibitor. Okay. And aside from ACE inhibitor, these are vasodilators for the prebiotics that we have here, because it's producing the necessary metabolites. Technically we call it metabolites. Okay. Another thing here is the Lactococcus lactis. Okay. And these are actually helping the catalase, which is one of the main glutathione, superoxide dismutase. These are the three main component of our antioxidant inside the body. Okay, the activity. Another thing is it activates the very rare plasmacytoid dendritic cell. These cells are actually the one recruiting the immune cells, both the long-term and short-term, or the innate or adaptive immune response. Okay. And another thing here is this is actually um, helping the body, okay, to stimulate the to make the immune cells not agitated like the beta glucan. Okay. It is actually making it aware, the awareness of this. Okay, awareness. So these are powerful prebiotics. We have probiotics, the black garlic, the bromelain, all of this is also a probiotic. Okay. And I'm sorry, prebiotic. And another thing, okay, and the salmon DNA here is based on studies. Okay, this is improving the cholesterol, the triglyceride, okay, for better blood pressure health. And these are anti-aging or reverse aging. For AFC, there's no such thing as anti-aging, only reverse aging, as you will see in the what do you call this? You will see in the um, testimonies that we have. I'm gonna show you later. Okay, and fish collagen because um, all of this substance, okay, it is actually a wound healing accelerant, which means if you have what do you call this, if you have your tooth extracted, you have minor surgery or major surgery, okay, or if you have some aches and pains because of some strenuous work or exercise, these are very powerful food that you can take, okay, for this kind of situation. And you will see here, as I mentioned a while ago, the focoidin, the seaweed extract. Okay, these are brown algae. Okay, and you will know that the staple food for these people who's eating this, the average senior citizen is at 100 years old. Okay, and these are actually helping them be healthy. Okay, and this is also good for the liver, the cervical for the women. Oh, by the way, the prebiotics that we have, or I'm sorry, the probiotics, this is also good for women's health, especially for vaginal health. Okay, and I will discuss that in the future if time will let me. Okay, and this is also good for people who wants to have or to prevent anything. They saw that their history or their family history, they have cervical cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer. This is also preventive. Okay. You will see here sirtuin activator. If you're familiar with that, okay, sirtuin, we have 7. It actually activates not only the seaweeds but the other component, the peptide inside the Subarashi, the 2.0, and in Utsukushhii. Okay, so the patents for Utsukushhii Gold, okay, and this is anti-tumor agent, immune activating effect. Why? Because the good bacteria in the gut coordinates with the immune cells that we have, and the Lactococcus lactis is actually recruiting other what do you call this, other immune cells to help us. Therapeutic agent for hepatitis C. Okay,
Can you
therapeutic.
hear? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so another thing is the infection protective agent, suppression of growth and tumor, and reduce the side effect of anti-cancer drugs. Okay, so if before someone asks if this is okay after taking chemotherapy, yes, indeed, this is actually needed for the body, so that you will not collapse, you will not very you will not be weak. Okay, that's why we recommend after the chemo chemo drugs to take Subarashi no Tsukushi. No, prevent, cure infections of SARS. Another thing here, protective action against toxicity of reactive oxygen species. These are free radicals that damage the cell walls, okay, damage the cells, damage the tissue, and this is actually caused the aging process, to accelerate the aging process, to deteriorate organs, okay? And this is actually produced by us breathing, the intake of oxygen, and then the cell will take the oxygen, it will have a byproduct, we call that the reactive oxygen species that damage the surrounding. That's why we need antioxidant. Another thing, toxic reducer. Okay, it helps the the uh, the liver to eliminate by converting it to water soluble, and so that will you will excrete it through the kidney or through the filtration of the kidney. Okay, so Utsukushhii is actually very important. Aside from the Subarashi, this is synergistic. Why? Because if you have you're taking care of the gut. If you have a healthy gut, you feel energetic, you feel your mind is clear, you feel good emotional well-being, and you don't get sick often. But if you have, you will see if your gut is not okay. You have Alzheimer's. You have what do you call this? High blood sugar, spike of your insulin. You have depression and or anxiety. Okay, because excuse me, you have your microbiota, your microbiome. Okay, just to compare the cells that we have 100 trillion cells, and that's 50 times because it's the bacteria and the other microorganism is actually 50 times smaller than the human cells. That's why it's more. Okay, and you will see there the microbiome outnumbers the human cell by 10 to 1. Okay, and if you're gonna put that in a weighing scale, the gut we are just talking about the guts microbiota. It will be up to 2 kilos or 4.4 pounds. Okay, the GI tract surface, okay, in which the microbiome is attached, is equivalent to 400 square meters or 3 tennis courts. It can go, okay, around the world, layered end to end. Our body's bacteria would circle the earth 2.5 times. And the bulk of our bacteria is in the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, the microbiota, okay. First of all, we have the mouth. We call that the commensal bacteria. That's why some of us we need to put this in our mouth. In the instruction, the box instruction shows that you put it in a 200 ml of water. Okay, you can do that, but by doing that, you may want to linger in your mouth so that the commensal bacteria will actually connect with the good bacteria, and then under the tongue, it's already been absorbed. It goes directly through the heart and through the circulation. And the thing here, if you're going to swallow it, okay, the esophagus do have the microorganism, the good and bad bacteria, the microbiota. Okay, for the women, you have the microbiota for the mammary gland. Okay, that's why if the newborn child is actually being breastfed, what happened is the microbiota of the mother is actually transferred and inherited by the baby. Okay, the liver, the gallbladder, the stomach, okay, the pancreas, and the women's reproductive health. Okay, so all of this, okay, the 95% of this is in the colon, the small intestine, and the rectum. Okay. Now you will see here, you will see the villi, you'll see the um, um, teeming of good and bad bacteria. You don't. One of my friend doctor said you don't know whether there is a good bacteria. That good bacteria is your enemy or your friend. Okay, so the function of the microbiota is to aid digestion. Okay, so that it can actually get all the nutrition that needed by the body when all of this. Some of us we cannot digest it without this good bacteria. Okay, why only three? The question is why only three? The three there is actually the boss man. Okay, we call it the boss man of good bacteria. They're the ones inviting and recruiting. They're the ones stimulating, and that's why we need this kind of product, Utsukushhii. It shaped the immune response because 70% of the immune system is found in the gut. That's why you need to feed it good bacteria so the bad bacteria will not flourish. Aid absorption of nutrients, okay? Creates, this is the one I'm talking about, creates bioactive compounds, okay? The short chain fatty acid, the bile acid, the vitamin B complexes, and the BK. All right. So these are the yeah, we call it as acetate, butyrate, and propionate. Okay, there are other okay other short chain fatty acid. The other short chain fatty acid is responsible for vasodilation. These are protecting the gut. Okay, protecting the gut. Yeah, there you go. Protecting the gut. Okay, glucose tolerance, insulin sensitivity, use of fat storage as energy, use fat storage as the source of stem cells, especially in the tummy area or omentum, appetite regulation, colon cells protection, and colon cells energy. Okay. So, for example, in this description, okay, the leaky gut, okay, food particles, we call that healthy tight junction. There is no bacteria that will enter. Okay, however, if your gut is not healthy because you're eating so much, you're drinking so much alcohol, we are eating so much sweets. What happened is this will actually open. Okay, bad bacteria will enter, gluten will settle down, it will penetrate inside this not so tight or faulty tight junction. It will go to your circulation, to the blood flow. It will go to your joints. It will create an immune response, and it will attack the what you call this, the particles from the leaky gut, but that will also affect the joints, so that there will be aches and pains on the joints. We call that the leaky gut syndrome. Okay, the imbalance of the microbiota. That's why we need Utsukushhii. Okay, these are connected. Everything is connected. It's connecting to the brain, the eyes, the heart. Okay, there's a communication between the brain and the gut, and that's the vagus nerve. That's why when you're hungry, you are irritated. But if you're full and satiated, what happened is you feel calm and collected. Okay, so the same thing with the skin. If the skin, there's a problem in the gut for teenagers, you will see um, acne. Okay, severe acne. Okay, if there's a problem in the gut, okay, there will be impaired liver function. If there's a problem in the gut, you will see there is actually problems with the reproductive system for the male. You know what I mean? Okay, increase the production of this bioactive compound. Okay, and the microbiota is also increasing the antioxidant protection. The lining of the gut, the lining of the intestines, okay, the healthy epithelium is increased. Immune response, okay, regulation, insulin sensitivity, facilitate digestion, increase vitamin production, beneficial metabolites, which is, excuse me, short chain fatty acid, okay, and all of this, okay, all of this, okay, and another thing, if you're gonna take if you're gonna take this kind of functional food, Utsukushhii, are you aware that your body fat will be used? Okay, and that body fat will be converted to energy. You will have no leaky gut, okay? And there is no inflammation because you don't have leaky gut or any other inflammatory aside from the creation of immune response. And there is decrease in bad bacteria production, okay? You will see if there, for example, the gut and heart axis. You will see palpitation, bloating, metabolic syndrome, low good cholesterol. Okay, breathing disturbances. Yeah, there you go. Heart problem, high blood pressure. Samples, just samples only. Skin. Okay. Hair loss, nail deformities, rashes, allergic reaction. Okay, and these are actually one of our testimonies, and you will see the before and after later. Okay, gut and pancreas, diabetes, cancer. These are our testimonials. You will see the before and after later. Yeah, there you go. Gut and eye axis. Okay, this is our testimonials as well. Okay, symptoms of imbalance. Okay, these are, as you can see, pain, gut pain, allergic reaction, bad breath, stomach grumbling and belching, flatulence and bloating, chest pains, constipation, or diarrhea, depression, dizziness, fatigue, difficulty in urinating. Okay, gynecological issue and infection, hair loss, difficulty in concentrating. Okay, strong fluctuation in appetite, weakness, heart failure, increased sweating, irregular bowel movement, nail deformities, nausea, nervousness, rashes, skin disorder, itchiness, thick tongue, upset stomach, and itching. Okay, you know what that kind of itching. Okay. So all of this, okay, increased fiber intake, increase the amylase, protease, lipase, and all of this enzyme because of the peptides. You add the prebiotic, okay? These are the combination of Utsukushhii and Subarashi, and even hickory, okay? We have the good bacteria, what we call it, the short chain fatty acid. It's produced inside the intestine, okay? And that will help us, okay, and these are vegetarian regimen, okay, the hickory especially, and it's safe for vegetarian and vegan. Okay, supports heart health, dilation of the blood vessel, or what you call this, vasodilation, superior absorption because it has a very small molecule that penetrates the cell, helps the glucose management, okay, and final digestion smooth and easy, defecation. Okay, all of this. Okay, the parsley, the black garlic, and all of this. The blueberry, the strawberry, the cherry extract, the acerola extract, the inulin. Inulin is a prebiotic. It's actually feeding the good bacteria. The blackcurrant and lingonberry is in our hickory, and these are powerful berries, which has ample amount of anthocyanidins. Okay, dark pigmentation, antioxidant that actually helps the body. Okay, and helps the other ingredient. Okay, the butyrate and acetate, all of this. Okay, so these are the ingredients. There's a combination of all the ingredients, the potent ingredients inside Subarashi, um, the 2.0. We have the Utsukushhii and the hickory. Okay. Okay, just to give you the hickory. No, hickory, if you have, this is actually beneficial for people with ADHD, autism spectrum, retardation, speech delay, disturbed sensory perception, Alzheimer's and dementia, epileptic grand mal seizure and petit mal seizure, for people who has farsightedness or nearsightedness, okay, eye inflammation, age-related glaucoma, and eye cataract. Okay, we have three floral go, Numentics, and Dynamite. These are the patented, okay, used in clinical studies for this kind of product. And you will see there the cherry extract I mentioned a while ago, blackcurrant, lingonberry, strawberry, acerola berry, inulin, and L-cysteine. Okay, so these are actually powerful combination of different standalone product. Okay, and they are also members, and actually it's just helping the harmful blue light from your cell phone, computer. Okay, hickory brings protective antioxidant to the macula. The macula is the one that is actually where the vision lies. Okay, they're just adding what you call this pigmentation on that optical area, so that there will be no degeneration of that macula, and no degeneration of your vision and your eyes function. Okay, so the blue light, okay, disrupts sleep. Why? Because it actually destroys the hormone that produces your melatonin and disrupt your sleeping pattern. Next, digital eye strain. As the eye tries to go to and fro from different things that you're looking at, especially in your computer. Okay, and this will cause eye strain, and hickory can help that. Macular degeneration, you will see the examples here. Okay, and that is actually causing blindness. Okay, causing blindness to for people who's actually older, and this actually helps. The blue light helps kill the retinal cells that involves in the vision, the color, the black and white. Okay, and actually this is the one very toxic to your eyes. That's why they have sunglasses with blue light. I this is not only for the eyes, but it's also for the brain. Why? Because it's actually um, going to brain that is, some of the functional food, the supplements or antioxidant is not able to go in, and hickory or the product that we have is actually can penetrate that. Okay, and it also the benefits is cognitive flexibility. Okay, um, complex attention or multitasking, reasoning, right reasoning, visual memory. Some of us who can have a difficulty of memorizing phone numbers. Okay, especially your own or my own. Okay, visual reaction time. Okay, or visual reflex. That will be the benefit. Excuse me, benefit. Okay, and again, that's floral glow, Numentics, Dynamite. And Dynamite, by the way, has 10 clinical study. Okay, these are standalone, and that's part of our hickory. Again, these are the ingredients, and okay, these are the benefits. Okay, it's good for the heart, good for the circulation, antioxidant. It's even helping the hardening of the arteries. It's actually helping the memory. Okay, delayed the aging process, and it actually producing new connections to the brain. The nerve is actually making new connections. These are very powerful. Okay, a powerful combination of formulation by AFC. Um, Biotech Institute. Yeah, there you go. Hickory's patents, okay? So improve visual performance and eye health, improve brain performance and memory, protect eyes from blue light rays, improve brain function and activity, increase level of neurogenesis. Okay. So actually, lastly, okay, hickory is good for the brain, the memory, the mental health. These are the level up uh, functional food for the brain, the eyes, and the skin. Oh, by the way, it's including the skin. Why? Because UV light only penetrates at the dermal level, but the blue light penetrates deep within the tissues into the organs. That's why this is very powerful for hickory. Okay, skin health. Utsukushhii, okay, for brain health, okay, gut health, immune boosting, reverse aging process. The same thing with Subarashi, the reverse aging process, stem cell production and therapy, okay, DNA repair and bodily system health. We have one, two, three, four, five. Actually, there are a lot of patented ingredient inside our product, and that is actually very potent in terms of its effect in the body. And you will see the effect in the body. Let me just course you through the one of our testimonies here. Um, I hope I'm not going over time because we started late. Okay. All right. So I'm just waiting for.
Uh, Albert, are you showing the
Not
test?
yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm just opening my what do you call this? My there you go. I'm gonna show you the. Yep, there we go. This is Betiligo 5 years. As you can see, they're just using the first version. Okay, the actually the basic version of SOP, but you will see the Betiligos disappeared. Okay, this is psoriasis. Okay, Subarashi for 1 month. Okay, and to consume 2 boxes. Okay, as you can see here, before and after. Okay, and this is the one from the presentation a while ago, and this is the after. Okay, it subsided the autoimmunity here. The same thing with this child. Okay, you will see the testimony here for the diabetes. Okay, you will see here that they have actually done it. Okay, here in our end, this is a candidate for amputation, but no, not for AFC. There you go. Not for AFC. This is having a wet wound on the legs as shown in the photo after finishing 3 boxes of Subarashi. Yeah, that's only the triple peptide, ladies and gentlemen. We have the 8 or Hexa. I'm sorry, 8. Hexa is 6, sorry. Okay? Hexa is 6. Yeah, there you go. Diabetes, open wound. Okay. This is for the breast cancer. Okay, 11 days after the product intake is there's already a drastic improvement of the situation. I do apologize for the graphic representation of this. I just want you to know how powerful AFC is. The same thing here. The same thing. Okay. It's too much to see. Okay. Um, this is the first time this kind of product that triggers and reverse the health condition of a person. Okay, this for suffered from nasopharyngeal cancer. Okay, from ICU to ICU later. Herpes simplex 1. All right. These are newers. Is it? These are person with colon and liver cancer, stage 4. Look at the continents. Okay. It will show in the skin, the face, if there is reverse healing. Okay. I'm sorry, reverse the condition, the unhealthy situation. Okay. You will see from inside going out. That's the normal healing process. This one is they just want to be more handsome. That's why they took the Subarashi Utsukushhii. The same thing here. They want to be you know, an actor or star in their country. Okay, you will see the difference in the skin texture. Here you go. Less pitting of the skin. This is a drastic change. No, it didn't take too long here. So she looks younger here. The same thing with this one. Okay. If you're gonna take this kind of functional food, AFC products, the reverse aging will show also in the hair. Okay. If you have grayish hair, it will, reverse, go back to if it is, dark. All right, there you go. So I think I'm okay
Thank
here.
you, Albert. Good job.
All right, so
Let's get just a couple of questions. Everybody ask Dr. Albert a couple of questions before we close. Anybody have a question? Thank you. And those are very real. We will be having a lot of these testimonial in the US, especially what we have
Please.
done here for the last 18 months.
please.
Okay.
You have questions for me? Let's see the inbox here. If there is no question, no question here.
How do you get a PDF of what you show?
You will see a copy of the video. Alfredo will be taking care of that.
Okay.
Question about the products? Are we sure we don't have any question?
I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, Lou Barrett in Maryland. I was just wondering, once you start taking that, is it like forever taking it, or is it just up to you how your health is doing and continue taking it, or?
Okay, that's a good question. Number one, if your lifestyle is the same, and that lifestyle actually you contracted some ailment because of that lifestyle, and then you took the AFC product, and the AFC product improved, but not changing your lifestyle. No, that's how powerful is Subarashi no Utsukushhii Hikari. You didn't change your lifestyle. You're still doing the same thing, but you improve because you're taking the product. And then if you're not going to take the product, okay, anymore, there will be a certain period that will feel okay. And then after that, the body will actually say, where is that food that she is taking? I'm not taking it anymore. And the body will now, go to the usual aging mode. And probably if you have not reversed that lifestyle. What do I mean by that lifestyle? The way that we eat, the way that we sleep, the way that we handle stress, that will actually
Mhm.
actually help, not gonna help us. But if you're gonna stop the AFC, and then you have, gain some benefits from taking AFC, you may want to reverse the lifestyle that caught you on that kind of situation. Will that answer the question?
But Al- Albert, I could add to that question, okay?
Please.
Because the study we're doing here in the United States and Canada right now, a lot of us are taking the product for 18 months. And if you really want to maintain and make sure that the blood work proves it, every 90 days our blood work changes. So if we stop something that's reversing things in our life, then we're going to bring back what causes our problems. So my
Okay.
experience so far is continue taking the product. You could lower the amount of dosage and still continue for your protection. So I think that's what we're experiencing. And I think it makes a huge difference because it's bringing youth on us. Okay. It changes blood
Mhm.
every 90 days. You get your blood work, you can see the changes. Now, if you stop taking it, take your blood work 90 days later, you can see the change again. So
Okay.
continuing probably for maintenance is important. Okay.
Thank you.
Actually,
Another question?
just additional for that, it doesn't need to be 90 days. In 30 days, it will gonna change. The blood work's gonna change. Um, because if you're gonna take this one, you're gonna take the AFC products, because this is a high impact product that actually can change it. I'm just saying some of the people have changed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, some of it for 1 month. But Rudy is just telling you the what do you call, the safe duration of 90 days to for all of this. But every 30 days blood works change.
Mhm.
Just to let you
But
know.
what I'm trying to say, Albert, is that the average person, when they go in to get, they take their blood work every 90 days, especially
Mhm.
those that are diabetic or issues before they go see their doctor. Usually it's 90 days period. But yes, it
Okay.
changes every month. But you
Mhm.
can see that changes in that time period of the average that have been done here in the United States. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're talking about the states. I'm talking about here in our end, because here in our end, we take it every month. Blood
Hey,
works
Rudy,
take.
Rudy, I have a question.
Go for it.
What is the effectiveness on Parkinson's, and which of the products does the better job on Parkinson's?
Albert.
Okay. The since we have hickory, okay, one of each is actually okay, one of each. And I don't know if the person has tremors, or it's just stable, but not able to do something. But we start, in our practice for this, we need nucleotide to actually make some impact to the what do you call this, to the person with Parkinson. That's why Subarashi is okay, Utsukushhii for gut health, and Hikari to specifically target and target the brain, and that will be 3 products, and that will one of each for at least if the budget is okay, at least once a day. Or if you have the budget is not an object here, you can take this um 3 times a day for person with Parkinson's for 1 month, and
Correct.
then we'll see
Correct.
some changes. And then if there's some changes, you need to tone down. Okay, either hickory, just one hickory, okay, and one Utsukushhii. If there's improvement, okay.
Okay.
Did that answer your
Habaya,
question, Gary?
yeah,
Yeah,
Habaya.
It does.
Hello.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hi. Okay. The question is, would you ever get overdose with these products?
No,
That's good.
never.
Okay. So what's good for the blood pressure? What is the specific one that could target that?
Subarashi no Utsukushhii. Okay, Subarashi is actually, excuse me. Let me drink my water. My climate here is
Well,
dry.
Albert, what about the blood pressure you're talking about? Yes, the Utsukushhii once a day, and the
Yeah,
Subarashi
wait,
once a
wait.
day.
Subarashi
My
is
blood
Utsukushhii.
pressure, my blood pressure is averaging 115/55. Okay, but I've been taking it for 18 months. So that for blood pressure combination, doctors thought I was taking blood pressure medication, and no, I don't.
So you're saying people do not have to be nice to me anymore? I can just take the products and my blood pressure will be low or normal?
You
Kidding.
can do that.
Time it takes time, and without taking drugs. Be honest.
Yeah.
That's what my doctor thought I was taking drugs, and now I wasn't. It's all just Subarashi and Utsukushhii.
Sally, I think you just need to stay away from those people.
I have to pick my friends.
Yeah, right.
Rudy,
Okay.
may I tag on to Gary's question?
Yes, go ahead, Doc.
Just to expanding, Dr. Albert, if you would, with the Parkinson's, if someone doesn't have the budget to do the 3 a day for a month, and then drop down to, the one Utsukushhii and one Hikari, what would the protocol be if they can only afford to do one of each?
Hickory. Hickory is will be recommended for 1 month.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. One sachet hickory if the problem is the budget. At least there is
In
something
Japanese, in
that
Japanese,
will.
of Albert, in Japanese, you say hekari. That's how they pronounce it in Japan. Not hickory,
okay.
How can
hekari.
you? How do you
Hikari.
pronounce it?
Hikari.
Hikari,
Hikari.
Hikari. I thought he's
Um,
harakiri.
Yeah, in America, I pronounce it
That's
hickory.
American way.
so,
Yeah, but if
Oh.
you
that's
don't have,
one American.
if you don't have the budget, that's harakiri.
Just one more question.
All right.
to
Any other
follow up on.
questions?
I just have one
No?
more question. Just to
Go
follow
for
up,
it.
like, when you first talk to people and they come onto the call and they order the products, where do we get specific, like instructions like what you have been giving just now as to, how much to take, what to take, that kind of thing? It's not in the boxes, so.
You call your upline distributor, and it gets you those
Okay.
information straightforward. Okay. So then, depending on what the issue that you're addressing, so everybody's going to be different,
Different. Yeah.
because, like you said, based on budget and based on issues and what we're dealing with the issues inside our tissues, and that will be determined by 2 things: your budget and to how to address the problem. So I think that could be more individually questions, but for basic maintenance, it's best to, if you just to maintain, then you take one-on-one. And if you have issues
Right.
from our neck up, then you start with taking 3 times a day the Hikari, okay? And then you
Okay.
could drop it down to once a day. Okay? That'll
Okay.
be the best bet I've experienced the last 18 months here.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Albert,
Do we have a last
can we?
question, Albert?
Yeah, I do. Albert, can we make an AI, program an AI so we can ask it what to take for different things?
Who's gonna make it?
I'll work with you on making it. We just have to program it.
That would be
Okay.
great.
That would be great.
Yeah, we'll just interview you. It'll be terrific. That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Gamet.
about
I
taking
hope I
with-
have the time.
How about taking with other
You can
medication?
Albert, you can also write a document, write it all out, and we'll feed it into the AI, and it'll read the document so it'll know it. The information.
You actually could save yourself the time of writing and actually just record it, and we'll take the
True.
recording and get it into writing. So
True.
we can use a lot of what you have in this recording itself. But as you come across people's questions, capturing the questions from these videos will also assist us with that.
True. We can feed the
Is this
videos in too.
Dr. Gamet, right?
Yes.
Doc Gamet.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
You don't have to do that. This is there's no wrong or right intake for Subarashi Utsukushhii. The reason why I'm giving this to 2 sachets, 3 sachets, because we have practiced it before. We know the smallest amount with the greatest effect to the body. So it doesn't
True.
mean more is good. Sometimes less is better. Okay, so this one, you are more brilliant than me. You will be able to decipher this. This is just verse. This is not rocket science.
That's true. It is simple. We can break it down in a simple manner that works for everybody. Yes.
Yep. You don't need
Okay.
me.
Okay. But we
You're
certainly
more-
value
you're-
you, Dr. Albert.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
How about taking
thank
with
you,
other
Dr. Albert.
medications?
Thank you very much. We appreciate your
Wait,
time.
Bob has one more question. Bob has a question.
How about taking with other medications?
Number one, your medication, if you're going to look at the literature, you have approximately 50 side effects for that. The doctor doesn't discuss that. So what
I know
happened
we want to get rid of them.
Yeah. All of the AFC products that we have actually upholds the cell, its function and structure. So what happened if the cell is great, there will be no room for side effect, and the actual function of your medication will be enhanced if you're gonna take this kind of Hickory Subarashi Utsukushhii. So these are very safe, okay, in terms of you protecting the cells from damage from the side effect. And then the hickory and the Subarashi Utsukushhii, if you're gonna take that, there will be a reversal of the unfavorable health condition in such a way that the doctors, I don't know, here in our end, our doctors doesn't do that. Okay, probably you have more sensible doctors in you. All of the blood works, all the vitals, all the matrices is actually being normal. They're gonna stop the medication. Okay, but if you're gonna stop the medication and stop hickory and Subarashi and still have that kind of lifestyle, all right, good luck.
Well, thank you again. And we're a little bit over our time here, Albert. Thank you. And I know you got to go back. You got to wake up early in the morning, and you need to go back to sleep. Good night. It's kind of late over there in the Philippines. But
all right,
your time has been appreciated. So anyone who have other questions, we could continue for about another 5 minutes. But
Do you have a
Doctor,
quick question,
and
Rudy?
then we will. Okay.
Just
what's
based
that?
on this conversation, Dr. Albert, would you say, in this culture, doctors will block natural solutions? We know why. But one of the excuses is in the case of a blood thinner, medication because of the vitamin K. And I've always tried to help people understand this is food. If you're allowed to eat, you can take
Correct.
these products. Bottom line,
Yes.
however, they'll come back with it's vitamin K is involved. And I point out that synthetic vitamin K is a whole nother matter than when it's naturally
Correct.
occurring in a food. Yes, okay,
See?
thank you.
So, Doc,
Yeah.
Amy, you're very great. You know, you know what to say to them.
Okay, well, I just wanted to verify that. I thought it might be helpful for Bob too, to know it's just food.
Okay.
Yep,
Food.
yep,
Yep.
okay, thank you.
And the
The
side
body will
effect
not
is a
create.
good side effect.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's a good
Again,
side effect, not a
Albert,
bad side effect.
thanks.
Okay.
So, Dr. Gamet, I might have to follow you to Hawaii because I'm heading to Hawaii for my daughter's wedding. I see
Oh,
your
nice.
background there.
Yes.
So,
Looks
again,
great.
thanks. And if anybody else have other questions that we could try to answer before we close, I welcome. And Dr. Albert have to get up early in the morning. He needs to go to bed. Understand? And then we could proceed. So, any other questions?
Rudy,
Sally?
can we get, Rudy?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I know
I
I
hear
was
you.
late getting, I was late getting on because of, work, but is there possible to get your recording afterward so I could,
Yes,
go over
yes.
what Doctor
Yes,
said?
this
Great.
is recorded. Everybody will be able to get access of it, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
I hope you understand the way I speak. And I hope all of this is clear. Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You
Very
thank you.
clear, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Good
All right, if
job.
there's no other questions for us, then just let me know, and I'm gonna have to close this call. But though, if there's anybody else who wants to go on a three-way, everybody's welcome to do so. Call me. We have all kinds of these studies and experiences, especially in the last 18 months here in the U.S. and Canada. Okay, as these products continue to come in, then we'll be able to get access. And I'm trying to get everybody to be able to get their products all in wholesale. So if we want to know how we get our product wholesale pricing, you could call my number immediately, and we have complete access to that. And of course, my number here is 530-474-4929 is the home number, and the cell phone is 530-209-8224. We could get everybody started. Every day, I have at least 2 or 3 new mobile stock is coming in the United States and Canada. Okay.
Wow.
The
Okay.
mobile stock is when we do that. So welcome and call, and we'll keep it rolling. I have 2 more mobile stock is while we're talking here coming in, which I need to complete in the next hour. And the company continue to accept it. They're seeing that we are making huge difference now that we're getting ready to open up the country. So this product officially is not officially open yet in the multi-level marketing in the United States nor Canada, but we are almost there. But we continue to grow. Today, there's already over 500 distributors that are already working, and most of them are becoming mobile stockers right away. And there's a program that we're doing that they allow me to do from the United States and Canada. You could come in with 24 boxes, and now you could have access wholesale on all of these. But it'd have to go through my back office to make that work. So yes, I've been doing this tirelessly every day now this last 20 some days, actually. The company is realizing that we are making a difference. And today, the last night, the phone call I received saying that we are number one in bringing in mobile stockists, including for Indonesia and Malaysia. Of course, in Indonesia, this has been almost 8 years as a company. And in Malaysia now over 3 years. And here we are, we're not officially open. Imagine what's going to happen when we're officially open. Most of us should have at least 100 mobile stockists in your organization, and I'll help and show everybody how we build that. It is a huge undertaking. It is a huge product coming in. When we have our country stockists, we will have $1 million order coming in both, one into Canada and one into the United States. I would say when we officially open, we'll probably go through $1 million of product every week, easy, right when we first open. So anybody who wants to understand what's going on, what's happening, and how much changes is happening in health, I'm a living testimony that most people thought that I'm only in my 40s and 50s, okay? And that's the changes that people don't see. And if I take a picture of mine, and people don't recognize who I was before, because a huge change, okay? And just in this last 18 months. So the feeling the word youth, I can do a lot of things like I used to do back during high school. My waist went from 50 all the way down to size 34, and that's my waist when I graduated high school. Okay, and of course the changes of color. You see some of that testimonial of folks with gray hair, and all of a sudden black colors kept coming out. It's very real. We have a lot of proof now here in the United States. Even the big C and the big T. Of course, we could say in the patent that the original patent of the Utsukushhii especially is to help on tumors and cancer. So that's as far as we can use that particular word, but because that was in the original patent. It took 8 patents removal in order for that to be approved in both US and Canada, okay? But yes, it did make a huge difference. So well, I'm gonna close that. I thank Dr. Albert, and thank you, Alfredo. Thank you all for being here today. This recording will be able to have access and share it, all right? Everybody, good night to you in the Philippines. Good night to you in Malaysia. And good morning to everybody in the US and Canada. And let's get to work. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy.